Last month, I had the privilege to test the best commuting scooter in the world. This Apollo Pro, it's equipped with the most exciting features that any rider will appreciate and enjoy. Highest level of attention to detail and quality that is above any other scooter I have tried so far. Today, we're looking at the new Phantom model that I had for over a month and finally got the chance to ride it. Just got delivered. This is the Apollo Phantom. 52 volts, 23 amp hour, not sure what its HYDO stands for, but the box came a little bit damaged. Here, hopefully it's not damaged inside. FedEx is usually, drop this box. The front looks okay, so let's unbox it. Let's see what it is, how it performs, and how it looks and how it's packed. The outside box with super nice graphics, the inside as always, a pleasant experience, not as premium and exciting as the Apollo Pro, but still well packed and protected. We have styrofoam blocks all around the scooter and in between folding frame parts. Nothing seems to be damaged here. The scooter, it's almost fully assembled, only had to connect the handlebars and it's ready to go. Here's the Phantom fully assembled. It only weighs 75 pounds and I'm really surprised how compact it is. Let's take a closer look and after go over the specs. The grips, there's no hardware to secure them, but they're well installed. You can't move them. We have this awesome REGEN turning signals menu button. So you have various specs here and information, really cool. And we have this ring bell, which doesn't really fit here, doesn't really look good here, so I wish they can implement alarm sounds. That would be cool, and remove that and have here one extra button, or maybe double press it and you have a horn or something, that's really matching this futuristic, theme. We have mechanical disc brakes that you don't really need because you have this REGEN brake, which is awesome. It's set up so well. We have this big screen and you can tilt it forward and you can adjust backwards, really nice. We have on this side the throttle, really well built, turning signals, and you have all this options menu that you can engage through this button. And what's cool here and I like about this model is, look, you have first gear, second gear, third gear, and if you triple tap, actually double tap is the light, 1, 2, 3, it goes to the ludicrous mode. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you lock the scooter. And you can't push it, it has resistance. Oh wow, I didn't know that, so look at that. You can barely, it's so hard to, and there's some beeping I think here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, lock it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, unlock it. 1, 2 is the light, 1, 2, light out. Super cool. I have a front light which is not really powerful. I mean, it's decent, it's really good in the city, but it's not super bright, and you can use aftermarket light to really accompany, but hopefully they can put a very powerful light to match the performance of the scooter. The wiring nicely organized here. It goes inside into the stem. The stem is super solid, no movement, well done. And we have this folding mechanism, which is really, different than other scooters. And I'll show you in a second. To have this on top right here will be really cool. Plastic fender, it's mounted from one side and it doesn't vibrate, which is impressive. Everything is super sturdy, mechanical disc brakes. We have quad suspension, spring suspension. There's not much adjustability here, maybe like 3/8, maybe half an inch, has about 1.5 inches of travel, but it's perfect. Like riding fast over really bad terrain, it didn't make any noise, nothing rattles. You have this lights here on the side, rubber grip, it's so well done, and you have here access to the screws, beautifully done. Footrest in the back is just so well done. I saw a bunch of them last year, the older versions. They just people passing by me didn't really, attract much attention. But now, looking at this model, is just so well built. It doesn't look cheap, it doesn't feel cheap, all the parts nicely integrated, good quality, good plastic, good aluminum, right? It's just beautifully done. I'm impressed, and it's very compact, it's very small, and it's very light. The deck size, the rubber part is 7 inches, the edge to edge 8 3/4. Length, it is 20 inches, about 21 with these extensions in the back. The footrest, it is 6 inches. Pretty, sturdy. I like this, contour here. So you can, put your foot, you know exactly what it is. and you have the hooking mechanism right here that goes through this opening. The height rubber mat to the top of the stem, 37.5 from the edge to the handlebars. It's about 42 inches. Very comfortable. You have your grip, and this band here really makes a big difference. Very wide. The width from tip to tip, 27 inches. Really good control. It doesn't actually need a steer dampener. So really wide, very well constructed. So look how nicely it's integrated there, the shock on both sides. Really sleek, and you have to see it in person. It looks really good. Here it's a better look in the back, and they almost angled straight. It's like a very tiny angle here, like a triangle, so very well performs and looks really cool. I like it how integrated. Makura is a little bit more upwards, not better, but just slightly greater angle. Both looks really cool. Specs. Power, dual 1200 watts rated hub motors, peak power delivery 3000 watts. The battery, it's 52 volts, 23.4 amp hour capacity. The frame is made out of 7 and 4 series aerospace grade aluminum. This is the sturdiest frame between Makura and the Solar models I tried that are the same category. 25 degrees incline, maximum load capacity 300 pounds, IP54 water resistant rating. The controller is the most important part of the scooter. The acceleration is intuitive, gradual and powerful. But the most important is how comfortable it is, and you won't need to use the brakes ever again here. It is even better than the Pro version, which is almost twice the price. It is perfectly set up and almost lock the rear tire and aggressively stop if you ride fast. I hope more brands implement this feature. It is insanely well done. If you look closely, I'm using only regen throttle, and even on maximum acceleration, even if you jump, the wheels don't spin crazy out of control and grip instantly when you land. It feels like you have traction control, powerful and intuitive, very comfortable but controlled fast acceleration. Just feels right, and it's perfect with regen braking. This system to me feels the best compared to any budget or hyper-end expensive scooter. After trying this model, the Pro just feels a hair weaker and does not allow you to lock in the rear tire if you ride aggressively and stop on a dime. Top speed. I am on 12th Avenue West Side. Previous videos you guys asked to test in open air and avoid the tunnel since there's no GPS connection there, but I think it's more accurate there since there's no wind and less resistance. I am 90% charged on the battery. The scooter feels very stable at high speeds, easy to control, good frame construction and maneuvering it's easy, no need for a steer dampener here, no rattle anywhere, just feels solid. Hitting 36 consistently and 37 miles an hour registered for a second on the GPS app. On the speedometer shows 64 kilometers an hour maximum top speed, which is around 39 miles an hour. Range test. I weighed 225 pounds, tested in the third speed setting with aggressive riding through the city, a lot of stopping, covering 24.9 miles in range. The second speed test, riding in more mild speeds, I was able to cover 28.5 miles in range. Results are in line with average performance for this size battery and plenty for daily commuting. If you're under 200 pounds, you'll get so much more range with this model. Hill climbing. This model has no issues, the dual setup picking up 3000 watts blast through the hill, gradually reaching higher top speed, starting on the bottom 20 miles an hour and reaching 28 miles an hour and climbing closer to the top. Usually all other scooters after 1 week of hardcore riding, it will require some minimal tightening or have some light squeak or noise. Phantom, none of that. It's perfect. Makura 10 Plus is my top one pick in $2,000 price range electric scooter due to performance, design, and quality execution. Phantom is behind on top speed and acceleration only, but we have to consider 52 volt system performance limit versus 60 volt system. Apollo team has in the works a potential 60 volt system coming soon, which will rival the 10 Plus model if Apollo does not lack the performance. But suspension, it's impressive. It's not much travel. It's quite smaller compared to Makura 10 Plus suspension. But if you look here, it's angled almost parallel with the arm, so it is very efficient. It doesn't make any noise, and it is so cool, guys. Like, even going fast in a city, this is not an off-road model that it can do definitely off-road. You know, if you really push it hard, it will do well. They're so tiny, but you know, 1.5 inches, maybe a little more if you bottom it down. I think it's about 1 inch, 1.5 inches, not more. Yeah, and it's just no rattle, and it's so like responsive. It's so fast, and you can feel how it's, you know, dissipates the energy and gets back to the flat level, and it's just so comfortable, keeping the body straight. So really impressive. And look at the rubber. grip, the quality, it's insane. I've seen these models in the city last year, the V2 versions, I believe, and they just did not catch my attention. But now having one on my hands and seeing close-ups, this is quality, guys. Like all details, everything is just beautifully executed. And the biggest part that really I like, all these fenders mounted right with only one arm, and this is a very thin plate. They make noise, they vibrate, you know, even high-end levels, even high-end scooters, but this doesn't. Really impressive. And you have a very compact body, and you have the 10-inch wheels. And what's cool here, it's only 75 pounds. That's about 34.1, 34 kilograms, which is very light for this performance and for this package. And it's so nicely executed. I love it, guys. I also like this handlebar, how it's like, you know, it's like a cruiser bar. It goes down and it's pretty wide, so very comfortable. This ring bell has to go. Like you can get some electronic aftermarket horn that's louder. Hope they actually integrate one because they have an app on this model. I like the Apollo Pro horn. It's loud, it has different options, different functions. So Apollo team, why not integrate this here and make it cool? Like this model really looks nice. This front kind of like, it looks a little cheesy. It's not, you know, like really it doesn't, you know, fit this design and this theme. Like the bottom and the stem looks cool, so maybe this can be done a bit different. The light is okay. It's not super powerful, but it's okay. I wish they had more power here because performance of the scooter, it's exceptional. And if you go fast at nighttime, you need like more throw and more power, but it's decent. It's okay, I think. You know, Makura, it's a beast. It's insane. And if you want to go get that adrenaline rush and get that, you know, excitement and insane speeds, then Makura is your answer. This brand is focused on comfort. It's focused on the different kind of experience. You don't ride 40 miles every day. Pretty much average speed is 15 to 25 miles an hour. So people who don't want, you know, to get used to it and go crazy, ballistic fast, but for comfort and easy of use and, you know, increase stability and just comfortable ride, then Phantom, it's a better option. Just look at the charging port. Quality, presentation, look at that charging port. That one is better than average scooter, and this is what 4K is gonna get you. And not just the charger, like look at the consoles, grips, quality, presentation, everything makes a big difference, and that's why this is 4K and this is 2K. And if you compare quad scooters, right, that's in 2K price range, this is a little bit, you know, higher price, a little bit overpriced, but you get here a much higher quality, in my opinion, which justifies the price. And it's not for the type of rider who goes crazy fast. That's Makura. That's definitely the best for that. For comfort, for regular, you know, 25 to 35 miles an hour, this is more than enough for the city. This is perfect. Here's a size comparison, the Pro and the Phantom. You can see the deck difference. The massive wheels on the Pro make a big difference here. Look at this edge here. Look how nicely it's done. And comparison versus standard, like pretty much all other scooters have the same construction here. Look how nicely it's enclosed here. And all the screws are encased, all nicely covered. Like really, this is the most comfortable scooter that I rode in the city because it's big tires. And another point which I really love about this and makes this my most favorite scooter so far, no splash in the rain. If you see here, properly done fender, front and back, also well done. No splash, no spraying water on you. We can ride fast. Here, different story. Still cover well, but still you'll be able to get, you know, wet somehow. But Nami, which I don't like about it, it doesn't matter what you do, you get wet and they start rusting. Here, it's a different story. And here's the folding mechanism. I'll show you guys in a second how it unfolds. But look at the size and quality difference. Really makes a big difference when you compare, right? Angles, lights, color. And the Phantom is not as fast as Makura or Solar. Pretty much in weight, it's the lightest one. But you can see here difference is the biggest difference is the Regen, which I love, which other scooters don't have. So this is more a commuter, a daily use scooter that's very comfortable and really highest quality, really nicely, you know, encased, all the plastic, all the metal, all the rubber. It's so nicely integrated, so really makes a big difference in quality. Nothing shakes here, no vibration. I have almost like 3-4 days of riding, and it's just like solid. And I just don't know how I missed the scooter for so long. I just feel like quality-wise it's so well done. It's a big difference compared to the scooter. So slightly higher quality and slightly better polishing presentation, but performance is behind. So this brand is not focusing on crazy burnouts and and crazy top speed. They're looking for comfort and safety, which this model accomplishes that, I think, in line, if not slightly better than the models. So I turn the signal on, you have notification on the screen, it beeps, it turns off by itself. But what's really cool here is, you see, even now in the direct sunlight, it's visible, super bright, really well done. We have a safety pin on the side, a plastic retainer that holds the lever. After you push the lever down, the stem unfolds. There's a spring inside there, spring loaded too. Different kind of mechanism, still kind of cool, very safe, no rattle, no movement, dead solid. Here's the scooter fully folded. So it clicks there and you can lift it up and kind of like move it around. And I like this special touch here, this waterproof connectors. I haven't seen this on any other scooter. You can buy this stuff, but this is coming on it already. This is the charger that came with the scooter, and it's 58.8 volts, 1.7 amp hour. So divide 23 amps into 1.7 amp hour, and you'll see how many hours will take you to charge this. And this is what I use. This is the Roadrunner Pro charger. So this is 58.85 amp hours. So in about 4.5 hours, it's fully charged. So this is what I use, and it really makes things better and faster to get this scooter back on the road riding. What I like here the most in this model that you won't find in any electric scooter is the REGEN brake. That is perfectly set up, that eliminates the need of replacing the brake pads ever. What is missing here, and it's really needed to be added, is the puncture-proof tire similar to the Pro model, and a longer, wider front and rear fender similar to the Pro model that allows you to ride in the rain and not get splashed at all. A better front light integration design that outputs slightly more power. Besides that, this is a perfect commuting option that you should consider. All the links will be down below in the description box. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.